Hi, and welcome here to the Arthur Holm booth at the InfoComm in Las Vegas 2026. My name is Henrik, and I'm going to be showing you around the Arthur Holm booth a bit what we are showing here at the show. And let's start with our custom designed parts, where we have been doing different kinds of monitors up on the request of our clients to fit their needs in different parliaments around the world. So the first one we're looking at here is our standard retractable vertical monitor that is combined with the conference systems. And here we have added different features such as fingerprint reader, push to talk, as well as a jack for headphones, speaker, and card ID, together with a channel selector and a bit of power on the side. Here we have gone for a smaller display, but beside it we have a 17-inch display with a touchscreen and also a speaker on the side and a push-to-talk button for the retractable microphone. Also a customized solution for a client in South America. If you go to the other side of the table, we have our foldable monitor. In this time here, it's a 12 inches monitor, also customized with a card reader, a channel selector, and volume control, and a couple of USB connectors, in this case USB-C and the USB-A for charging and for connectivity. And in this case here, we have the retractable microphone that goes along with the monitor and with the push-to-talk button. The reason why these components are separated, this was done for a national assembly, and the space available for each participant weren't allowing us to place the retractable microphone on the monitor itself. But as it's separated, you have the flexibility of putting it in other location at the seat. We also have a monitor that is a manual monitor. It sits on the table, and we have added here also the interface for a conference system. So you have push to talk, you have channel selectors, and you have volume. And we also have the card reader that goes in on the side. Also, again, a customized product up on request from a client. At the end of this table, we have our latest monitor, the DB3 monitor. This one stands out in the shape as it comes out vertically, and then it moves towards you and brings the monitor closer to you. What is special about this solution is that it takes up less space in front of the person sitting behind the screen. That means that you have a better visibility to each one in the meeting room. You have the possibility as well as changing the inclination and customizing it by locking it with memory in this position. This is also a product where you can add microphone, cameras, touch screens, and other connectivities. So here we are at our table with the dynamic share system. Our dynamic share system is a system that allows you to share using cables and no wireless from each position at each monitor. The way to connect will be to call out the cable, which can be USB-C or HDMI. When you have the cable, you connect it to your device, and then you can toggle by pressing the view button between the different connections that you have. When you have the material on your display that you want to share, by pressing share, everybody around the table will get the same information. So if we move over to the next display over here, we have the DB3 monitor. You've just been looking at the DB2 monitor here, and you can see that that is the same information as the monitor we are sharing from. What is special about the DB2 monitor is it has a very small footprint on the table, and with the retractable cable, you get a unit that is very compact and delivers all the features that you need. So here we have the possibility of adding a touchscreen and a camera as well. On this DB3 monitor, we also have the retractable cable for the sharing, and you control the cable on the device itself. If we had the camera integrated, the camera will pop up in the back and you will also control it from here. So these 3 displays that we have here are all connected together for the Arthur Holm dynamic share, all done by looping an HDMI cable between the different units. Moving over here to the other side, we have our retractable 360 camera lift. And here it's with the neat camera that retracts when no longer needed, or if you want to get it out, it will come out again by just pushing the button. We have it together with our speaker, our 360 speakers, and our standalone retractable USB-C cable interface. This cable interface has been tested to do 60,000 runs without destroying the cable and breaking down. And it's a device that you get around 3 feet of cable out, and you can get it in different finishings to match the table. Straightforward to install into the table, and you have full bandwidth both with power, data, and video. So on this table here we have a bit of customized monitors, but we have a few more DB2 monitors, and this time we have them in a black anodized aluminum finishing in different sizes. So here we run from 17 inches up to 24 inches in the DB2 monitor with the small footprint, as we see. So the DB2 can also be used in our UC, which is our undercover design, where the monitor has a large scale lid here, where you can continue with the material on the table on top of it. And when it opens up, in this case, we have a DB2 monitor integrated. Since it's integrated, it becomes a D2 monitor. This setup here is a monitor with 2 retractable microphones. The reason why you have 2 retractable microphones on this setup is because 2 people are sharing one display, but each one of them have their own microphone. Beside the microphones, we have added the push to talk. We have added the power outlet. So the power outlet can be 110. We can have a multiple connector, all depending on what is required. And then each user has USB-A, USB-C. There's a commune HDMI connector, and then again USB-C and A for the other user. And we have all of this hidden under one cover. And you don't have to have the display raised to use the microphones. They can all work individually. So again, if there's not 2 people using the display at the same time, one microphone up and the display, and you're good to go. The system here will not allow to close the lid until everything is retracted. Now you see I'm doing it manually, but you can also program it and do it remotely for controlling the unit. So, a lot of AV hidden under one cover. Just walking around here, we have the silver version, the aluminum version of the DB2 in 24 inches. And then here behind the monitor, the DB2, we have the DB1, 22 inches, which is a double-sided display. You can choose to show the same material on both sides or have individual contents on each side. Also, this one can be veneered with the same material as the table on top, so it completely disappears when not in use. Here we find the Arthur Holm cable retract. This time it's an HDMI connector, and you get around 3 feet of cable coming out for your connectivity. And this time it's in a black finishing. Again, you can get it in different finishing upon request. So on this table here we have a couple of manual products. We have here the Arthur Holm AH2, which is a monitor which is connected to the table, and all the connectivity happens below the table surface. When you fold down the monitor to a horizontal position, it switches off. When you move it back up, it switches on. There's another chance for it to go to sleep. If no signal is present, after a couple of minutes, it will also go to sleep. So this monitor is available in 17 inches up to 22 inches. On the other side here is also a manual monitor. which has an aluminum casing and an aluminum base. All connectivity happens within the base, and you have two options of taking out the cables. Either the cable comes out from the back or from the center of the unit. So again, a very discreet design. The idea is that you fold it up when you use the monitor, and you push it down to a horizontal position when no longer needed. If there's no signal present, the monitor will automatically switch off. You have also the option of having a touchscreen on this one. You have a USB-C connection on one of the sides, on the other side, and you have a pass-through. So it gives you different options for connectivity. So here on this table we have a bit of our audio interfaces and connectivities. We have our Arthur Holm Dynamic Talk standard product, which is a microphone lift for gooseneck microphones with either 3-pin or a 5-pin XLR connection. You have a push-to-talk button, you have a raise and lower button, and you also have a free button, a GPO, to be used for whatever purpose you would like to use it for. We have a LED indicator that is either green or red, white, blue, and it can also be with flashing light, but it's something you have to order those specifications for. So this product can be customized, which we have done here, where we have a conference system built in together with push to talk. We have the interface with a microphone jack, channel selector, and volume control, and a speaker as well. So we provide different options for gooseneck microphones. And remember, we don't do any microphones, so we will install, or you will install the microphone that you want to use. We can also do it in an undercover version, where you can put the same material as the tabletop on top of the unit. So when the microphone retracts and the lid closes, you hardly see that you have any AV present. And beside the retractable solutions, we have here a microphone shock mount, also a 3-pin or 5-pin XLR connector with a push-to-talk button. Here it's a passive unit, so it will be the DSP that controls all of it. The last one we have here is our microphone lift for boundary microphones, where the system fits a ton of different boundary microphones on the market, and you can make it disappear when you don't want to use it anymore. In this design here, it's mounted from above, but we can also have it with a smaller footprint, mounting it from below and continuing with the material of the table on top of the unit, so it completely disappears. If we go to the other side, we have a bit of our connectivity here. We have our connection tower, also a motorized solution, where you can choose between different connectivities integrated. It can also be used where you have the material of the table on top of it, or you can get it in the standard version. And also here we have the option of adding a retractable cable, either HDMI cable or a USB-C. And whatever you connect at the other end is what you'll be getting up here. So besides that, we have our manual connection boxes with 2 hatches. Also a product that can be customized to your requests. And they come in different sizes, and also the material can be added on top, the table material, so make it disappear when not in use. The nice thing about it is that when you close it, you know, it only stays open a little, it doesn't harm the cables, and it's pretty neat and falls into the table very nicely. So come with me and I'll show you our speakers. So here we have made a small demo room that separates us a bit from the rest of the show. We can still hear what's going on outside, but I want to show you our Arthur Holm dynamic speaker. And in this case, it's installed from below, and it gives us the opportunity to hide it completely when not in use, and also getting high quality audio on the table.
Your dynamic speaker from Arthur Holm. Imagine a meeting in which attendees enter the room and leave dumbfounded.
So, what is special about our speaker? It is an active speaker. It has a built-in amplifier, and it's a 4 inches transducer, a two-way. that sits in a wooden cabinet, bass reflect design, and it has a flat frequency response in the speech area. We are especially focusing from 300 Hz to 3.5 kHz. That's the most important area in the speech area for understanding and speech integrability. So when the idea here is that the closer we are to the sound source, we are directing the sound and the energy towards the user that is seated around the table, instead of when you have a standard solution with speakers in the ceiling, where the energy is going into the room and the room acoustic becomes more important. And furthermore, it's not directional in the sense that the direction I'm looking in is where I'm getting the audio from. So, very easy to get equal distribution of audio in any meeting environment. You can use it for voice lift and you can use it for calls as well. And also, again, it disappears when no longer in use. So, having shown all product for indoor environments, we also have a small surprise here with our marine speaker. So this is a speaker that is designed for the marine industry, and it's all done in marine graded stainless steel and with high protection, as this is a product that is designed to go in the wet area on a yacht, normally beside the jacuzzi or the swimming pool, sun deck, where you want to have high quality audio. It's a 360 speaker where you can place on top of it the deck material that you have on your yacht and listen to great music when you want to have a good time. And it disappears again when not in use. It's a product that has a draining system and can be hosed for cleaning. So if you want to find out more, now that we have shown everything we have here at the show, come and visit us here at InfoComm in Las Vegas, or go to arthurholm.com or reach out to our local sales representatives.